Welcome to our training video on the pre- and post-trip inspections and safe operation of articulating dump trucks, or ADTs. These versatile machines are essential on many job sites. Safe use starts with a thorough pre-trip inspection, understanding proper operating practices, and post-trip inspections at the end of the day. First, let's start with the exterior inspection. When approaching the ADT, check the area for debris and obstacles that could pose a hazard that may be difficult to see while in the cab. Check the tires for any visible damage, proper inflation, and tread wear. Ensure there are no leaks or bulges. Next, inspect the body and frame for any signs of damage or excessive wear. Look for cracks, dents, or anything that may look like it should be reported. Look for any loose bolts, particularly in high-use areas such as the load bed pivot. Check the lights and indicators, including headlights, taillights, and turn signals, and make sure the indicators are all functioning properly. While at the rear, look at the condition of the rear camera. Make sure the view is not obstructed by any dirt or damage. Inspect the load bed for debris and ensure the tailgate is secure. Now let's move to the machine's fluid levels and filtration. On your pre-trip inspection, take these next steps. Start your inspection by opening the engine access panel at the front of the machine. This vehicle was designed to have easy access and sight glass to the different components for a quick visual inspection. First, use the oil dip stick to check the engine's oil level. Then take a moment to look for leaks around any of the fittings and filters in this area. Also in this location is the engine's air filter. Open the filter's access panel to inspect its condition. Clean or replace the air filter if needed. Next, move around to the side panel of the engine compartment to check the engine's coolant level. Make sure that the coolant level is between the max and minimum marker lines on the coolant reservoir. Last, let's check the hydraulic fluid using the sight glass located on the side of the hydraulic tank behind the cab. When checking the hydraulic level, make sure the dump bed is in the down position. You will need to lower the dump bed if it is up before checking levels. Otherwise, you will get a false hydraulic level reading. If levels are unusually low on any of these components, ensure there are no issues with a visual check throughout that component system. Look along the frame and under the ADT for any signs of excessive leakage. Let's move into the cab. Remember to use 3 points of contact when entering and exiting. On your way into the cab, locate the fire extinguisher and visually inspect it for damage. Ensure the pressure gauge needle is within the green operating range. Verify the tamper seal is intact. Check the hose and nozzle for blockages, and confirm the safety pin is present and not pulled. When inside, adjust your seat and mirrors for optimal visibility and comfort. Then inspect the visibility from the cab by checking that the windshield and all cab glass is clear of dirt, obstructions, or damage. Ensure the seatbelt is functioning correctly. Safety restraints must always be worn while in operation. Turn on the ignition and check the controls and gauges inside the cab. Make sure all buttons, levers, and switches are working properly. This is a good time to reset the load count. Check that the rear camera system is working properly and you have a good view behind the ADT. Test that the brake pedal is working properly and feels correct. Then engage the parking brake to ensure it will hold the ADT in its position. Verify that the emergency stop button is easily accessible and functional. Move the steering wheel to check for excessive play or unusual resistance. Finally, check the ground around the truck again for any debris or obstacles that could pose a hazard. Once you've completed the walk-around check, you're ready to begin your work. In the event you notice any concerns during the pre-trip inspection, report this immediately and do not operate the machine until repairs are made. Remember, safety first. The pre-trip inspection is to ensure a safe and productive workday. Once your pre-trip inspection is complete, it's time to focus on safe operation. Remember to use 3 points of contact getting in and out of the cab. When inside, secure all personal belongings to prevent any shifting during operation. Then engage the seatbelt safety restraint. When ready, start the engine and allow the truck to idle and warm up. During warm-up, confirm all gauges and warning lights indicate normal operation. If everything looks good, disengage the parking brake and you're ready to move. Proper communication on site with other crew members is important to the safety on site and site efficiency. Make sure you understand what a crew member is communicating to you, especially if they are using hand signals. If communication is audible, like a radio or horn, don't have any distractions that may cause you to not hear a direction or other important information. Always maintain a safe speed appropriate for the terrain and site conditions. Retain situational awareness of traffic movements throughout the site and keep a safe distance from other equipment and personnel. Point the machine in the direction of travel before moving forward, and it's good practice to plan your routes to avoid any need for backing up. If the route requires you to reverse into place, use caution when backing up and always rely on your mirrors and camera. Avoid sudden movements and maintain steady power when ascending or descending slopes. When positioning the ADT for loading, make sure you and the loader have proper communication for the machine placement. This can be a visual or audible indication to you that you're in the right spot. Pay attention to any indications that the material in the bed is uneven or overloaded. This could cause stability issues while in transit or while dumping. When dumping, ensure the area is clear, stable, and a level surface whenever possible. You want the best situation throughout the whole lift of the load bed. At day's end, it's time to park the ADT and do your post-trip inspection. Park on level ground when possible. Engage the parking brake and make sure the machine is secure in its spot. The bed should be lowered during this time, unless otherwise instructed. Finally, remove any trash from the cab of the machine. The next operator would appreciate not having to work around any trash left behind. Like when entering, use 3 points of contact exiting the machine. At this point, do a post-operation walk-around of the ADT to inspect its condition. If there is anything on the machine that needs to be addressed, report that promptly. After inspection, go around to the different components on the machine that require grease. Some ADTs need grease added manually through Zerk fittings, and others have an auto-grease system. Read up on the machine you're using to know if and where you may need to use the grease gun to add grease. On the machines with auto-greasing, make sure the grease level is good in the grease pump reservoir. Top off any diesel and DEF fluids as needed. By following these steps for your pre-trip and post-trip inspection and adhering to safe operation practices, you can help prevent accidents and keep your job site running smoothly. Remember, safety is everyone's responsibility. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there.